Today we are going to walk through the SPS Commerce DMEDI solution. This platform can leverage EDI automation and integration for the Dynamics 365 cloud-based deployments, such as Business Central, as well as finance and supply chain and operations. For those clients migrating from VantagePoint 2012 to DMEDI, we are going to walk through the SPS Commerce DMEDI solution. This new platform can leverage the EDI automation and integration for Dynamics 365 cloud-based deployments. This update also offers significant improvements for on-premise ERP deployments such as Dynamics AX, NAV, and other ERPs. Once you have migrated from the VantagePoint 2012 to the SPS Commerce DMEDI solution, you're going to immediately notice a significant change in the overall user interface and experience. One of the first things you're going to notice with the DMEDI solution is that it is a browser-based solution. For those Dynamics 365 cloud-based clients, DMEDI would be hosted by SPS Commerce. For on-premise ERP installations, this would be deployed locally. As a global EDI provider, SPS Commerce recognizes English is not always the primary language, so language localization is now available. For those organizations that support multiple legal companies, DMEDI makes it easy to move between those companies from a single interface. One of the biggest differences noticed by customers moving from VantagePoint 2012 to DMEDI is the configurable dashboard. With the technology updates, you now have the ability to personalize the DMEDI dashboard and organize it to highlight the information that is most important to you, the user. Along with organizing the key performance indicators on the dashboard, within the tiles, you have the ability to edit the data displayed, utilizing pie or bar charts, for example. More importantly, these key performance indicators are actionable. It is not uncommon for our customers to receive a large amount of inbound purchase orders. In this case, the system shows us that we have 16 inbound purchase orders that are on hold. Being actionable, we can now investigate why. Ideally, when orders encounter issues, whether it be data or processing related, those transactions are typically held, and those transactions with all the proper detail and data would be processed into the accounting system. For those of you who have migrated from VantagePoint 2012 to DMEDI, you will immediately notice the filtering and functionality of this screen has changed significantly. With the solution upgrade, you now have dynamic filtering available. With the modern user interface, you now have the ability to simply drag and drop the columns to your preferred order, making the data important to you most visible. Notice, every transaction will have a status flag: ready, hold, complete, and processing. Specifically for those Dynamics 365 customers with real-time integration, we are now able to compare and validate Dynamics did process the transaction based on the information provided, or the transaction is still processing, potentially based on throttling or another issue. We would then be able to identify, investigate, and respond accordingly if there were issues encountered. Additionally, you still have the ability to view human-readable copies of the transactions. You also still have the ability to add specific notes to a given transaction. For example, If an issue were encountered with this order and notes were needed, I could easily add them, noting errors were addressed and transaction processed successfully. Another popular feature on this screen is the ability to lock in a column, such as trading partner. I can simply drag this field to the left, locking it in, and then I can scroll through the other data so I can compare and see the columns as they relate to the specific trading partner. This updated user experience and filtering is introduced and expanded on many screens in the new DMEDI platform, and this expanded functionality will continue to be incorporated throughout where it makes the most sense to enhance the user experience. With the move from VantagePoint 2012 to DMEDI, there is now added functionality with the introduction of role-based security. You now have the ability to set up various roles and assign specific users to those roles, such as customer service, administration, etc. For example, customer service has the ability to view human-readable transactions, edit an order, and potentially reprocess it. However, you do not want customer service to have the ability to delete a trading partner kit. Also, your administration or technical team may have the ability to reprocess transactions only when necessary. This added functionality helps our customers to meet their various accounting and system auditing requirements. One key feature that has been widely received by the VantagePoint 2012 users upon migrating to DMEDI is the fact the Workflow Scheduler Automation and VP 2012 have extended their tight integration and are now accessed through one interface. You can now access all the automation configuration and functionality through the single tightly integrated interface in DMEDI. The scheduler comes with many common transactions and processes preloaded. I am currently only displaying those which are active in my system. I am going to review my outbound invoice processing. In this system, we are running our invoice processing every minute. As with previous versions, this is adjustable. You could adjust this to only run at 11 p.m. or 4 a.m., whatever works best for your organization. And also, updating workflows is still as easy as it was in VantagePoint 2012. You can easily adjust or add an additional task. In this case, I've added an alert to my inbound or outbound invoice processing in this case. All of these updates now provide the SPS Commerce DMEDI user a more granular level of control and manageability when managing their business activity. Some customers may even add alerts to the system specific to when orders are received by a given high priority partner or when an exception is encountered during processing. The scheduler does give you the ability to manage multiple legal companies when required as well. As we have just highlighted a few new features of DMEDI, we have also brought over and enhanced many features utilized in VantagePoint 2012. As previously noted, even tighter integration with not only the workflow automation, but also the opportunity for real-time interaction with Dynamics 365. Expanded exception reporting and alerts, and also the ability to manage alerts, application triggers, and other processes through the automation process for improved monitoring. Another feature I want to highlight is the Transaction Lifecycle Explorer, or TLE. This is very prominent in Dynamics 365 upgrades. This can also be deployed in some of the legacy or on-premise versions. In the Dynamics 365 upgrades, we are able to link the DMEDI solution so customer service or those only accessing the system through the ERP have the ability to see the Transaction Lifecycle Explorer. As you can see from this Dynamics 365 screen, we have the ability to access the EDI tab, which would then have the link necessary to take us to the Transaction Lifecycle Explorer. As you can see from the screen, our associated sales order, purchase order acknowledgement that was returned back to the client, as well as in this case, our warehouse shipping order that was sent to our third-party logistics partner for them to pick, pack, and ship the order. We then responded with the ship notice out to our trading partner to let them know the shipment is on the way. And then in this case, looks like we have encountered an issue with our invoice that will require some investigation. Again, this would all be readily available to the customer service representative through the TLE link from the Dynamics 365 platform. This has been a brief introduction to the SPS Commerce DMEDI solution. There are certainly additional functions and features available once you have migrated from VantagePoint 2012. Hopefully, this gives you a great overview of what has been invested to prepare the DMEDI solution for your business both now and in the future. Please return to the VantagePoint 2012 landing page for additional information and reach out to your customer advocate to begin the process and plan your migration to SPS Commerce DMEDI.